I can sum up the show for you with one word. Nothing. Nothing? Nothing.
Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing. I still don't know what the idea is.
This is the show, and we're not gonna change it.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to another episode 49 of This is the Show. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Webb.
I'm Casey McGowan. Happy Friday, folks. We're back.
Happy Friday. We're back 3 weeks in a row. We're absolute maniacs. Before
when will we stop?
Truly at any moment.
Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Before we started recording, Casey and I talking about going out to watch the Oscars in a place that's not your home. To me, you got to watch the Oscars at your house or at a friend's house or something. Going to a bar, that's weird. Going to a bar to watch a sports game, now that's something. I'm good with that because you before we started recording, you were like, you got to go in. I say go out for sports, go in for the Oscars.
I got to tell you, I disagree with your ass. I don't agree. I like watching sports where I want to hear Mike Breen say bang, bro. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear the announcers. I want to hear the hum of the I'm not a bar guy. Even when I was drinking, I'm not a bar guy. I had a quiet voice despite what this podcast might whatever, but I strain very easily. I have a deep voice that strains and it hurts when I talk loud. And so bar noise, I can't handle it. So when I'm trying to watch sports, I'm like, I don't want the bar noise. Like Super Bowl, bro. Super Bowl, you gotta watch at the house. You can't watch at a bar. People be going to bars, but you prefer the house.
Well, yeah, for the Super Bowl, sure, because that's like, you got bars charging like entrance fees. You've got like have you ever paid a cover to go watch a game somewhere? It's ridiculous.
No, I'll never do it.
I have.
I won't do it. For what? What did you pay?
Some stupid football thing, dude. It was like when we were in the Bay Area, but that's the Bay Area. They're just charging you to exist at that point.
Yeah, bro.
But just like popping out, catching a, I hear you, and it's nice to watch games inside because you can hear it. But for the social aspect, I think that there's something to be said about going out. But it's only nice to go out if you're in a city like New York, where like it's easy to go out. Like no one's going out to a game in Arizona because it's like you got to drive 20 minutes. So just drive to someone's house, Plus, I like hosting.
Well, I'll tell you this: you like to host. I mean, you host a podcast. It's a big host, but
that's true.
You can the social aspect. I love the social aspect of watching the game, but come to my house or I'll go to your house. Like I watched the MLB. I watched the playoffs, the baseball playoffs. A couple of them at my friend Greg's house. He's a big baseball fan, and we were watching the LA series. And I watched most of them at his house. And while we were watching, we were like, "Man, this is so much better than going to a bar because we could hear each other. It's not just about hearing the game."
Yeah,
hear my friend. And
that's a big
hear a friend over the bar because I got whatever tequila shots in the background,
glasses clinking, the commotion. Plus, you got to deal with drunk individuals that aren't a part of your circle, just like rogue drunk people, which that's never fun. I hate drunk people.
Also, like drunk sports guys,
the worst.
I'm a sports guy, but I'm not, bro. There's some sports guys that are like
meatheads,
the worst.
Yeah.
There's like regular sports guys, and then there's like, we all know the type. I'm not trying to isolate the sports.
I could have been a D1 athlete.
Yeah. I'm not trying to isolate those guys. If you're one of those, right in. This is the show 69@gmail.com. We want to hear from you, but
yeah, we love you.
Yeah. It's a different type of guy.
And what's a different type of energy? I will say about the whole going out thing. I got one of those voices it blends in. It's like whatever the key is of ambient sound. That's my voice. It just blends in. It's like wiping sand off of a table. It just goes right off. It's
I have a stand-up joke where I play a sound cue thing and I play bar noise. and it's people chattering, but you can't hear what anyone's saying. It's just general chattering. That's your tone of voice. Your tone of voice 100%. Is just ambient bar chatter.
No, it really is. Like I have to either like this is my normal talking voice right now, but I have to shift my voice up here when I go out, or I gotta shift my voice down here. And it's like either way, my voice at the end of the night is just shot, you know?
I never heard you do that low voice before. That's like
get your ass inside.
I was gonna say that's like yelling at your kids. Yeah. That's you know what that is? That's I'm gonna count to 3 voice. You ever get to count to 3?
You're using the full name with the middle name in there.
Oh, dude, Casey John McGowan. I am gonna count to 3.
Casey John McGowan, get your ass inside.
I just had like flashback PTSD. But I tell you, you ever get the count to 3? The 1, 2, 3. You ever get that?
Well, I mean, not anymore. But
well, what if your wife was counting to 3 on your ass? Can you imagine? Oh man, that would be so fucking funny. I'm gonna count to 3, mister. Mister.
Oh man, in public too.
What? Yeah, you're in Target.
Dude, have you ever watched a couple interact with one another and it's like that level of like one, it's just pure cringe of like one of them's like just couples fighting in public, I guess is what I'm saying.
Dude, the worst. See, I mean, it's either the worst or the best. It's True. The best when it's like a general argument that's like you can kind of listen in and it's just like it's calm, but it's clearly like they're trying to hold it in because they're arguing.
Right.
You know, it's the worst when you're like, all right, I might have to call the cops. Like that's where it's no fun. That's not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, true. It is always, and this happens a lot at bars, which I see a correlation there, but you see those couples fighting or like they're leaning over and you can't hear what they're saying, but you can just tell that there's like a heated exchange. One of them's upset. The other one's trying to calm him down, If you ever see him go like reaching for the phone, like give me the phone, like they're probably in some shit.
They're about to call an Uber.
Yeah.
They're about to end the night. Well, I got to go back to the count to 3 thing because I just had this thought, which is, did you have this? I feel like every little kid has this when their parent does the count to 3. They're like, I'm going to count to 3. And the kid's like, when they first say it, you're like, fuck it, whatever, dude. I don't care. And they're like 1, and you're like 1. You're like mocking them. You're like, well, I can count 2. And then they get to 2, and you're like, all right, but seriously, are you gonna like, what's up? Like, come on. Like, I'm still not gonna go, but like, take it easy.
Yeah.
And then you ever get that 2.5 dropped on your ass, bro? It's game over. You gotta go at that point. You gotta go inside.
It's either go inside or double down and run.
Start a new life, become a runaway.
Just rebuild.
You ever Kevin Hart had such a funny joke about being a kid, and when you get so upset at your parents, you pack the bag, like you pack the bag, like I'm leaving home, like I'm running away from home. Because you ever pack the bag, you put like a teddy bear and a candy apple in there, like it's just like kid stuff that you think you want to bring.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's so fucking funny. I've packed the bag before. I've done it.
Yeah. We've all done it.
You'll never see me again.
Yeah. I'm out of here for real this time.
You get on the bike, you get past the point that you never bike past, and you're like, I can't. I gotta go.
You're like, I don't even know where to go from here.
Like, I didn't think I was gonna get this far.
Yeah, it felt counterproductive to do that when I was a child, although I definitely did that because I'm on an island of like 10,000 people, 6,000 people, so it's like, where the hell are you gonna go?
Well, I tell you, you got nowhere to go, but you can get lost. You can end up in the Alaskan wilderness on a mountain with a moose and a lion.
A lion?
They don't have lions in Alaska?
What?
Mountain lions?
No.
They got mountains in Alaska?
Well, it doesn't equal, you don't need the mountain or the mountain lion to have the mountain.
I guess that's true. No lions in Alaska, huh?
Too cold. So cold, man. They don't have the fur for that.
Snow leopards?
I don't know. Not where I grew up. Deer, bears, wolves.
Moose?
Nah, not where I grew up.
No moose? I feel like
Nah.
moose is big in Alaska.
Moose is well, I mean, moose are big in general and they're mean as hell. Don't cross a moose. Like they're not sweet, you know?
No,
They're
bad
not.
vibes.
Incredibly bad vibe. They will like charge you and fuck you up. Yeah, no moose where I grew up though. There was yeah, a bit further north. I was on like the southeast, like very, very far down. You know, it's like more adjacent to the vibes of Seattle or Vancouver, Vancouver, British Columbia.
Is that's Canada?
Canada,
Mm.
West Canada.
Yeah, it's like above Seattle, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's all kind of the same weather. Really rainy. But yeah, just bears, no moose.
Well, bears we've talked about bears before. Bears are
We have.
Bears are big trouble.
Can't do bears. Scary.
No, but I'll tell you what. In Alaska, I got to ask if you wanted to like say you wanted to go where you because the whole like in what I've heard about Alaska, it's like where you go where you want to disappear, like you kill a hooker on a bachelor party and you got to go to Alaska, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like one of those places. So I know you lived in like a town and you were on the southeastern end, but like say you want to like disappear, where in Alaska do you go where there's like where did Chris McCandless die? You know what I mean? Like where is that Alaska?
He died so close to land, or I mean to like a city too. He was like
really?
he was like on the outskirts, and he was just like, can't go.
I can't do it.
Yeah, like I'm done. Truly, honestly, anywhere that's not a major city. So like, not Sitka, not Juneau, not Anchorage, maybe Fairbanks, like outer Fairbanks, but like you know how Alaska kind of has like those two branches that kind of come off of it. One's southeast, one's pointing towards Russia. Yeah. If you go just like dead center in the middle right there, I mean, like there's like hardly anybody lives there, dude. The state is gigantic and hardly anybody lives there. So you could really disappear.
10,000 in the whole state?
In my city that I grew up in.
Oh my God. I was like, dude, 10,000 people in all of Alaska is terrifying. That's like one guy per every 10 miles. That's crazy. That would be so insane.
No, but I mean it's under 1 million for the population of the whole state.
Yeah, I forget that they're close to Russia.
Very close. The Aleutian Islands.
You ever play Risk? The board game Risk?
I love Risk. I love, bro. Global domination.
He loves it. It's
incredible.
This guy, keep this guy away from the president's. Sorry, I was trying to say that. I blew it. I was trying to say that, but that was no good.
Keep this guy out of your Safeways and local voting places.
Hey,
Public
you guys
libraries.
ever hear of the mayor's office? Alex didn't necessarily be around it. What?
You're like, are you saying that he's not allowed near federal buildings?
Well, not with that attitude. He shouldn't. Like, what are you talking about? But in Risk, if you have Russia, you could connect to get into North America through Alaska because there's like that boat line that you could transfer or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It is super close. It is extremely close. And no one, I mean, there are like maybe there's like a military something or other out there. Oh shit, I just spilled some coffee on my pants.
Let us see it. Show the damage.
Nah, they're black pants. You can't see nothing.
Oh, it's good for spills though.
True. Man, they're sweats. Soaks it right up. Did I get
that good cloth material?
Yeah, Nike.
I got Nike sweatpants. I wonder if we have the same sweatpants.
The Nike Air.
Let me see. Hold on.
He's reaching.
These look like yours.
Nah, No, I don't have that seam, that like
Damn.
zipper seam. Yeah, those look nicer than mine.
They were $100. They were expensive.
Dude, clothes should be free. It's bullshit. What are
Now
we
we're-
paying for?
Now we're getting back into this show territory.
Just everything should be free.
Everything should be free and nobody should have to work.
100%.
What did we say? We said let us handle money. We should be the money guys. We distribute it. We figure it out. It's all us.
Money cops.
Money cops. Yeah, bro. Let's be money cops. But dude, clothes should be free in general. I mean, the problem is that somebody's got to make the clothes. So you got to pay the guy that's making the clothes. So I guess clothes could be free if we made all of our own clothes. But let's be honest, we're not making clothes.
No, I'm not making it's a lot of work, you know. It's the whole juice ain't worth the squeeze type thing, because you can do it so much easier with a massive facility, you know. But clothes should be at least inexpensive.
Yeah, I agree. Clothes should be cheap. I don't understand high fashion. I am not a fashion guy. I do not get it. Like whenever you see like the runway models and they're wearing like a Ziploc bag around their arms or like whatever, I'm like, I do not get it. I don't understand it. And they're like, it's $1 million for a zipper. And you're like, what? That's too expensive.
Yeah, you're like, there's nothing there. No, I mean, I like the concept of high fashion. As you can see, I don't partake of it myself, but you know, I like to watch that stuff and pay attention to it. But it is weird, and it is sort of like it's a very privileged thing, you know. I'll say, you know,
Yeah, it's
I like to be able to spend $10,000 on a, you know, Balenciaga hoodie. It's like, that's obscene.
Yeah, I think that fashion is high society stuff, like high fashion or even just general fashion. I mean, it's expensive to shop where trendy things are. So it's like, it is a very, you know, it's a high society thing, which is why I love Sandman. I love Adam Sandler because he wears fucking champion shorts and a giant Mets or Yankees t-shirt.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah, and fucking Air Jordans and white fucking tube socks every day.
Yeah.
He'll go on a talk show in a hoodie the size of Europe. So,
yeah.
No, it is high society stuff, like, you know, suits and, you know, fancy clothes and just the shoes. It's just all money and, like, you know, should be free though.
Definitely free, or just, you know, cheaper. Like, you know, again, I like following that stuff, and I like keeping up to date with kind of like the trends and like what's hot and stuff. But I couldn't ever see myself spending like an obscene amount of money on clothing, just because like I would feel guilty, you know. Like, here I am spending like $1,000 on clothes, and then, like, you know, I don't know, like someone in my family like needs help, or, you know, I don't know. It's just like, nah, it's weird.
It's weird. It's weird. I mean, you could buy like other stuff too that's like more practical than clothes. That's why I don't think I dress badly. I think I dress like Casey. So,
yeah.
like, I'm one of those guys. I'm like a guy where I found what I like. I like fleeces. I like flannel shirts and button downs, and I like regular pants and tight jeans. I don't care that the kids are wearing the big jeans. I like the tight jeans. I just wear those things because it looks good on my body type. So I'm like, this is what I wear. But I don't spend a lot on the things that I like. Not really. I mean, I've been wearing. Actually, how about this? I had someone roast me in my own family because I had the same pair of shoes that I would wear, like, when he saw me earlier in the year, and then like later on in the summer I was wearing the same sneakers. I bought these Asics. I still wear them. I've been wearing them for like almost 2
the red,
years
white, and
now.
blue ones.
Yeah, I've been wearing those shoes for like 2 years now. And he was like, yeah, well, you don't wear a lot of shoes, like you just have that one pair. And I was like, they're not broken, they're not ripped. I like those shoes.
Yeah. Well, to the jeans thing, you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I bought some big jeans.
You bought big jeans?
Well, hear me out now. I bought so
diesel jeans.
I bought big diesel jeans. I got some Adderall and some whiskey. No, God, that's such a good clip. I wish we could like play clips, like screen share clips.
We could definitely do it. I could put it up right now in the edit.
Oh God, I would love that. We'll forget, but I would love that.
I'll do it. I'll write it down. I'll do it. Don't dare me.
I wasn't gonna say. Well, oh yeah, because I went to Vans. I went to the Vans outlet, bro. If you want to score some good clothes on the cheap, go to an outlet store. Outlets are great because you're getting Nike, you're getting Vans, you're getting, whatever else you're looking for, Adidas. I don't know, but you're getting it cheap. Now you're getting like the season passed, but if you're getting like basic stuff like socks and, I don't know, just like the regular, kind of stuff that's not necessarily dated, outlet stores for sure. That's the play. But anyways, I go to this Vans outlet mall or the Vans outlet at the outlet mall. And get the big jeans. But Vans has always been selling the big jeans. They're actually pants. They're like chinos, but bigger, almost like
how big?
Pretty big, like Dickies.
I gotta see a picture. I gotta see them.
I'll send you a picture. They look good though.
No, I'm sure they look great. That's what I'm saying. I can't picture you going back to like bootcut jeans. There's no way.
Bootcut? No way. No, these are straight legs.
Yeah, so they're not like big jeans. I'm talking like, bro, so the fucking Gen Z's wearing like bootcut big ass jeans that we were wearing in 2006.
But bootcut means that it's flaring at the leg.
Yeah, that's what they're wearing. I'm not making it up. Have you walked around Bushwick lately? It's wild.
No, I haven't.
Dude, people are dressed like two things in Bushwick right now. Like kids. Because now I'm almost 30. So like
you're not a kid anymore.
No. So when I see 22-year-olds walking around, I'm like, they are the new kids.
Yeah.
And I see them at fucking comedy stuff. They're at comedy shows in Brooklyn and whatever. And so there's two looks that are big right now. It's like low cut waist jeans are back in with women. That's big.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I think the high waisted jeans for women is like, that's the good stuff. Everybody should look dressed like Elaine from Seinfeld. That's big. I like that. That's a good look.
Yeah.
So it's like that. And then the dudes are just dressed like the Riddler in the Batman. It's just like fucking army coats and big black pants and see-through frame glasses, the ones that you're wearing.
The ones that I'm wearing.
Yeah. That's the look right now. That's Bushwick. It's just all that. It's just Riddlers and like Britney Spears pants from 2003.
I love that. Well, yeah, it is funny. It's weird because I feel like by the time I got to my early 20s, late teens, I was wearing like super skinny jeans, painting them on every morning. Same thing with the t-shirts, because in the indie music scene, it was sharp to have this sort of like that tiny tee where it's
I'm
like
wearing one tonight. Look at
the
that
tiny tee that like stops at the belt though,
Watch this.
All right.
This, I went to that concert, the Beths.
Look at it. Yeah, bro, this is the shirt.
That's the shirt. Hold on. Hold on.
That's the tiny tee.
See? Look at that. And the short arms. You see the short arms?
The short arms. Yeah.
Bro, the indie bands are still making these tees. So I'm still
Well, what size is that?
This is a large.
That's a large?
Yes, bro.
No way.
Yeah, bro. I wouldn't buy a medium. I'm fat now. Come on.
Oh, give me a break, Mr. 7 miles a day walking around.
Today I've only done 5, but I'm gonna walk 2 more once we get off the podcast.
Oh, you're sick, man. You're just you're sick in the head. That's not right.
But yeah, dude, look. Yeah, I got the tiny tee you're talking about.
You look like you're about to open for Explosions in the Sky.
I will. Don't dare me.
I will.
I'll do it. I'll fucking do it, bro.
And I mean that in the best way. You look great.
But yeah, these tees were big with the skinny jeans. That was like the look. This was my whole look. I looked like you in 2013 or whatever era that was. 2012, like 2010 to 2013, like when I was in college.
Yeah.
And zip ups. Zip ups were big.
The zip hoodie.
The zip hoodie was big. Now hoodies are no zip up. It's
No,
all
it's a
open.
pullover.
Yeah, but the
Pullover
zips were big
exclusively.
in 2012.
It's true. And honestly, dude, I'm glad the zip is gone. I was never a big zip guy, but you're going to American Apparel, you're going to Urban Outfitters, you're getting the zip, but not the biggest zip guy. I like the pullover because I like that little kangaroo pocket. I can put my hands in it.
Well, I got to be honest. Hoodie wise, not anymore, but I am a zip guy. I mean, I was just wearing the zip fleece.
Well, that's a fleece.
But you know what else I love? I love the half zip. I got that Cape Cod half zip.
But again, that's a fleece.
Yeah, I'm big on the zip if it's a fleece. I like the zip fleece.
See, if I'm wearing a layer, it's either going to be a cardigan because I love a cardigan.
Yeah, I love it.
I
only have one, but it's that one that I always wear on the show.
Oh, I don't have it actually. I thought I had. Look at, I got 2 pullover hoodies right here, and I got the Patagonia puff. Gets cold. It's just like it's like the puffy Patagonia jackets with like the hood.
The one I have.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's crazy. You got the big pants though. I'm not going back. When I stood up before, that is it just matches my body type.
Okay, hear me out.
It thins me out.
Hear me out.
I would get worried about looking fat. I can't do it.
Yeah, you do get worried about that. Hear me out.
I'll be fat.
No, I'm saying you get worried about that. You're not fat, but what am I gonna do? What am I? I mean, what? This is the show. What do you want from me? What was I gonna say? Oh, the pants. Here's my thing though. It's the same thing that happened to me with shorts in summer 2020. COVID hit. Okay. COVID actually was a big turning point in like how I dress in general. Because before COVID, I was wearing the skinny jeans with the tiny t-shirts that, make me look like a little action figure. Because to your point, those shirts look good when you got the build for it. When you got that, I'm nothing but torso. It's just like,
yeah, you got the Timothy Chalamet body. I've never been more jealous of anything in my life.
What you Timothy Chalamet, bro. But COVID happened. I started getting into shorts. That was a turning point because I was not big on shorts because my legs very skinny. Shorts in COVID sitting around my house, I've not looked back. I'm wearing like athletic shorts 24/7, except for right now, which I'm wearing the sweat jogger things. But comfortable, huge comfort level increase. Okay. Now I'm optimizing on comfort. And I got to tell you, going from the skinny jeans to the loose jeans, even the straight leg, regular fit, loose fit, whatever. These are loose fit. Loose fit at a Vans store is loose. That's like prime Dickies. Okay. And man, they're comfortable. So comfortable, and not like lazy comfortable, like I'm sitting around in Nike sweats, not like that. It's like comfortable but classy. I get it,
Yeah.
Just try them out.
I went through the biggest change that happened for me. I'm not going to try out big pants. I'm
sorry.
Try
them. Just walk in, try them on, put them on, take them off.
I also don't buy pants a lot. Like I bought these green pants.
Well,
I've been wearing these green pants every day since I bought them because I bought new pants. So like, I don't buy new pants a lot. I'm not a pants guy.
Sure. I love pants. I love clothes.
In the summer, I don't wear pants unless I'm going out. I wear my bathing suit like around the neighborhood to the store. I sit around in it. It's but my big COVID change was in fashion. It was last summer because we all started going out again. I would wear, and when I went on one of my 6 vacations I went on last summer, I used to wear button downs with a t-shirt underneath usually, and it open buttoned. Now I wear button downs buttoned up only up to here, and I let the chest hang out.
Oh, undershirt or no undershirt?
No undershirt. I let the
wow.
Yeah, you've seen pictures of me.
I have.
On vacation, there's like I just let it open, and I walk around and it's half buttoned up. It's like I turned into like the half button, like I should be wearing linen pants, like in Spain or something. You know what I mean? I got that vibe going.
Yeah, you got talented Mr. Ripley vibes.
Exactly. I really bought into that last summer, and now I think I was always insecure about my chest because I didn't have a lot of chest hair to do the open button. But now that I've just matured a little bit more, I've gotten older, like I'm entering my 30s. I'm like, nah, dude, I'll let that open button fly with no t-shirt underneath. I'm fine with it. I liked it.
I love that for you.
That's big.
I love that. I'm where you're at. The hell was that? I'm where you're at with the chest hair. I don't have a lot of chest hair, and the chest hair that I do have, I don't know what the deal is with my hair, bro. My facial hair, my chest hair, my head hair, straight. It's straight, dude. It's like I look like a cat, bro. Like it's not curly, and it's soft. It's fucking crazy.
I think that's a good thing, though. I embrace it. I embrace it.
I wish let me tell you though, I wish my facial hair was a little bit rougher. I got soft facial hair. It's not like that. Thing. I don't know, but like John Hamm. You know John Hamm?
No.
What do you mean?
John Hamm. Come on, I know John Hamm.
All right. Well, I was like, wait, you flipped it back on me, and the flip worked.
Of course, I know John Hamm. That's like me asking you if you watch Barry. You're always asking me if I know John Hamm.
What do you? This is the first time I've asked you. I'm gonna start asking you though. You better believe that, sister.
Yeah, I know John Hamm. Yeah.
John Hamm, great beard, great facial hair. It looks like.
Does he have facial hair? I think of John.
I mean, he's clean shaven, sure, but when he gets it grown in, whew.
I'll have to look it up. I don't.
You gotta look it up
with facial hair because I always think when I think John Hamm, I think Mad Men.
Sure.
The clean shaven with the high and tight fucking pushback.
Yeah, great haircut.
Great haircut, good beard. I think I know what you mean by like a thick, rough beard. I think
like where it looks like it's pokey,
Yeah.
Mine's not.
Mine can get like that. If it gets long enough, it can get like that. It kind of juts out of my chin. Like it kind of like.
What if you shave it? Like 2 days after you shave and it's like bristly.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, mine's just soft always. It's just soft to the touch always.
You're like a baby's bottom, dude.
I really am.
Which, by the way, where did that saying come from?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, but
no. Like, what are we talking about babies' butts for? Leave their butts alone. don't touch your baby's butts. Don't do that. That's a weird saying, folks. Don't say it. This is the show 69@gmail.com. If you be saying that, stop it. Don't say it.
There are some sayings out there where like I'll say them, or even worse, sometimes at work, dude, I swear people that I work with must think that I have like brain damage or something because I'm pausing like every 5 words because, dude, I am so paranoid about saying something where it's like it's like an old term that like I just I didn't know any better, and so I said an old saying that like my dad or like my dad's friends would always say, and I heard it, and it's like, embedded in like racial disparity, I don't know, which, God forbid I would ever do, say anything like that willingly or like knowingly, but it's the unknowing, and so when I'm talking at work, and this was actually hard to get past on the podcast too. Now I got like motor mouth and it's like, you can't understand what I'm saying half the time. But at first I kind of had the same thing when we were doing the cast where I'd be like pausing or like hesitant to like say the phrase. Cause I'm like, wait, is this, it's like passing this like checkpoint in my brain of like, is this like appropriate or not?
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to think of like phrases that I say sometimes where you're like, what does that actually mean? Because I don't really think about them. It's just like phrases we always like. I always think of what's that one? Something with a horse's ass. You ever hear this phrase? Something about a horse's ass.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can't put the cart before the horse. You got a face like a horse's ass.
Maybe that's what it is. Let me type in horse's ass, and now I'm just gonna get a bunch of pictures of horse's ass.
Yeah, it's like it's a slippery slope.
It means like a incompetent person is a horse's ass. But there's like a phrase. I guess it's just a derogatory term.
Yeah.
I guess that's just yeah, it just means a stupid or foolish person. So I guess I'd be calling myself a horse's ass. Well, that's like there's an old timey phrase, which like back in the day, they would say if there's a lot of something in a place, they would say it's lousy with that thing. So like this place is lousy with beer bottles. Means there's a lot of beer bottles around.
That's
Which
fun.
I feel like could be racist. Like I feel like
You think?
I don't know. It seems
What would it be
odd.
like connected to?
I don't know. That's the thing. You look these things up
Well.
and you're like, it means that, something about whatever, and you're like, that's the worst thing I've ever read, and then you gotta stop saying it. So
Man, that's that. I mean, not to go down this rabbit hole, but there is a little like relearning that you have to do with like a lot of this stuff, just like phrases that like you just kind of say, and then you're like, oh wait, that's no good,
people in New England call sprinkles jimmies. I don't know if you've heard this. People in like Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
I never heard that
Why don't
before.
you give that a Google and see what that comes up? The history behind that, because
Right.
It'll shock you.
It's like what's another one? It's like when you feel like you've been taken advantage of, or maybe like you're I don't even want to say it actually. Hold on. All right, what am I looking up? I was like, wait a minute, I would have to say it.
So apparently the term jimmies, which means sprinkles, like on ice cream, potentially the origin story comes from oh, now this is saying that it technically isn't from that. No, it's not.
Oh, I'm looking it up right now, or I'm on this like Thrillist article about it.
That was the one I was looking up, but it was like overcomplicating it.
Use at your own risk, and if you do, keep this link bookmarked on your phone. Oh, I bet they would like that, huh? I bet you do want this bookmarked on my phone. That's just a scam for impressions. God.
It has something to do with. It has something. I thought it had something to do with Jim Crow laws. That's what they would call him. Yeah, it's after Jim Crow, who grew up in Westerly and prefers, yeah, it's racist. The point it's racist.
Got it.
Westerly is in Rhode Island. It's actually really close to where I grew up. It's like a 45-minute drive from where I grew up. Yeah.
Damn, that's wild. Now I'm just on this like Thrillist, bro. I don't like these websites, man. They just like overwhelm you with information. It's like this article, this, it's just
it draws
nuts.
you in.
And the ads.
You know what I hate when you go on a
pop-ups.
website? Yes. Well, that's what I was gonna say. You go on a website, you go on a news. I sent you that link today about Licorice Pizza, and I clicked on that article, and it starts playing the video right as you go on it, and you gotta mute it, and you gotta put it, and then you scroll down, and it makes like a little version on the bottom.
They
of the
gotta
screen.
be
You're
stopped,
like,
bro.
You're like, get this out of here. What's going on? And then it's like, stop using your ad blocker, and you gotta try and reload the page and like click into it again. Oh, it's the worst.
It's so bad. I absolutely like nothing. It could be the most critical information, and if you make me do that, or like click, or like looking for the X, because sometimes they'll hide the X, bro. It's like they like weave it in,
and it moves. Sometimes it moves around. You gotta follow it. With
it's like doing like that bounce,
the Windows home screen bounce.
Yeah. you gotta try to click the X before it hits a corner.
Oh, dude, it's the worst. It will be like, is COVID turning into like? I saw an article today that was like, if you got COVID, you're gonna get diabetes. And I clicked on one of the articles, and it was like, pay $3, and then also here's 19 ads. And you can't use your ad blocker. And I was like, you know what? Just give me diabetes at this point. I'd rather just get diabetes.
Dude, that just reminded me. I took this screenshot of how like on the iPhone you'll get like the Apple News updates for like what's trending right now or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, look what this one says. Okay, Apple News Spotlight: the anxiety disorder no one's talking about. Plus, the best places in the world to retire. What?
Love it. Love it, man.
Ridiculous.
The clickbait articles are a real problem.
Yeah. No,
Because then
for
you
sure.
click on an article, it's like, watch this clip of, this crazy thing. Or like, oh, I saw one the other day. The New York Post on Twitter is the most guilty of it. They're like, giant asteroid headed towards the Earth. Like that was the thing. That was the article. And I clicked on it and I was like, all right, we're about to live in Armageddon. What's going on? So I click into it and it's like, scientists are saying that it's going to pass the Earth in 4 days and it's going to be closer to Jupiter than it is to Earth, but it will pass by. And I was like, you fucked me. You fucked me.
There's like this
panic attack for no reason.
Well, that's what I was going to say is like getting little notifications like that, like this little pop up, which seems so unimportant, but you just kind of you kind of see it pop up. You ignore it, you go about your day, but you get that all throughout social media, right? It's just like a little scare tactic here and a little fear here and a little concern and a little, 8 ways that you might have worms crawling around your body. It's just like the most heinous shit. And it's like all day, every day. Of course, everyone's got an anxiety disorder.
Yeah, that's why everybody needs to retire.
Man, I should have clicked into the article. Maybe we could have got some good recommendations.
Honestly, it's probably just say Fiji. I feel like they always say Fiji. Fiji's big.
Somewhere with beaches. I like beaches, but I'm not staying there. A month and I'm out.
Yeah, you're not a beach guy.
You are?
I love the ocean. You know that.
Well, okay, that's not the same thing as the beach because the ocean. Okay, you need one without. I mean, you can't have one without the other. But what I'm saying is, you like going and looking at the ocean. I'm talking about hanging out on the beach where rarely the ocean is being observed. You're looking at sand and other activities like barbecuing, volleyball.
Yeah, I get that. I like being in a beach town, though. I like the beach being close.
Okay.
I like the option to go.
Yeah.
If I could be at the beach, I like to have the option to go. But no, I'm not going to lay out on the beach and just, turn into a fucking, Dorito. He's waiting for it. He's like, what analogy is he going to use this time?
Well, I thought for sure you were going to say lobster, but that would have been too easy.
No, bro, I got to keep it. I got to go worse.
I got to go worse.
I got to do something worse always. Oh, I got to tell you this story before we end. How much time do we have left? What time do we start?
I think we got time for the story. Yeah. Or, well, I mean, we definitely have time for we definitely have time for the story.
Well, what time did we start? Do you know when we started? I think it was like 8:30.
I think that's right.
All right. I'll tell the story really quick.
Don't rush it.
I wrote it down. when it happened. So on Sunday last week, I go to Manhattan. You lived in Manhattan. You've been there before. You know what it's like. So I go to Manhattan, but I'm going to an unknown part of Manhattan. Now, for our listeners that don't live in New York City, Manhattan is famous for being hard to find a bathroom. Now, when you live in New York, you can know certain parts of the city that you're familiar with, like a lot of places I would do comedy at, a lot of places that I would hang out at, or that you work near. Some people have offices. Back when I worked at Buck Mason, like you'd have an office as like a guide. You know what places are around that has a bathroom that you can use. But when you're in a part of Manhattan where you don't know where you are, you might as well be in the jungle because there is slim pickings when it comes to bathrooms. So, and you know about this. You've experienced this, right?
Oh, yeah. 100 times. Union Square is the worst.
Well, they got that Barnes and Noble.
That's true. That's
on the
true.
third floor. You got to go up the escalators.
Yeah, I think. Oh, you know what? They also have that bookstore that everyone goes to, Strand.
Yeah.
I think there's a public restroom in there. This place is chock full. That was the worst example of all time. Go ahead.
All right, so I go to the Upper West Side, which I never go to. I've been to the Upper East Side. You used to live on the Upper Side. I have friends that live down there. I have my girlfriend has a friend now that's lived up there. I know I've been around. I know about the Upper East Side. When I go to the Upper West Side, I'm on like 78th and Broadway, maybe like 81st and Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm near the park, so it's Central Park West. So I'm 81st and Central Park West. I don't know bro. I've lived in New York for 8 years. I don't know if I've ever been there before. This is my first time ever being in that area. I'm going to the Museum of Natural History. That's what's there. That's what's up there. So I go up there, and then when I'm going to go home from the museum, you know me, I'm a hydrating king. So I have to use the bathroom, and I'm at 81st and like Park Avenue West. So I'm like getting back to Sunnyside, Queens. It's an hour, I got to take the 1 train. I got to transfer to the Times Square to the 7. I got to walk 10 minutes. It's a whole thing. So I'm like, I got to use the bathroom before I go home. So now let me ask you this. When you need to use the bathroom, where do you go? What's your first, what do I look for in Google Maps? What do you search?
Oh, Starbucks.
Yes. Thank you.
For sure.
So I'm like, okay, I'm on Upper West Side. I'm on 81st Street in Central Park West. There's a bunch of rich people that live around here. There's got to be a Starbucks on every block. So I Google it, and I look it up, and there is a Starbucks. It's like a half-mile walk from where I am. So I'm like, cool. Not a half mile. Sorry. It's like 4 blocks away. And I go, okay, great. But it's on the way to the subway. So I'm like, cool. I'll pop into the Starbucks, go to the train, be great.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to a Starbucks and you have to use the bathroom in Manhattan, Chipotle's and Starbucks, they all have a code to get into the bathroom. So you got to ask somebody that works there for the bathroom code. I think it's like this most around the country now. I think that's pretty standard, the bathroom code.
100%.
For a while, that was pretty specific to New York. Like when you and I first moved there and lived there, it was kind of like a New York thing. Now it's like an everywhere thing because people are just out of control.
Yeah, true.
So knowing that, I go, okay, I'm going to buy something. So I go to the register. I'm like, I'll go to the register. I'll get a tea. I'll get a peach tranquility tea. I love that from Starbucks. My favorite thing that Starbucks offers. So I go, hey, can I get a large peach tranquility tea to the Starbucks worker? She goes, yeah, great. Sounds good. And then she goes, that'll be $4.50. And I was like, cool. And I'm like, put my card in and go, hey, by the way, what's the code for the bathroom? And she goes, we don't have a bathroom.
No.
Have you heard about this? Have you heard about the Starbucks without a bathroom? What the fuck is that?
I've heard of it. I've never come across it before in my life.
It's like a leprechaun. It's like something that you just know a lore of. That's not a thing.
Yeah, those don't exist.
And
now you're out $4.50.
So I'm out $4.50. I no bathroom, and now I'm getting more liquid to hold.
Like I should have bought a granola bar or something, or a Madeline.
Exactly. So I'm walking around with a venti. I bought a large tea, a big tea.
Big tea.
So they give me the tea, and they're like, here you go. And I'm like, great. And it's like sloshing back and forth. So I'm hearing water. I'm seeing water. It's raining outside. It's crazy. So I leave the Starbucks, and I don't know what it is, but when you have to pee and you realize you can't pee at the place you thought you could pee, I don't know what it is. It's like your body's like, and now we have to pee way more.
Yeah.
It just goes into overdrive.
Yeah. It's like when you get home and you have to like pee and you got like a handful of groceries, you're good. But the second you get in front of that door, you're like, oh shit.
You're
it's like
I
that.
need to pee right now. It's because your body was almost like, it's almost time to go. And so it like, eases the floodgates.
Sure.
So,
muscles are retracting.
Yes. So I got the tea, and now I gotta pee so much bad, like so much worse. So I start walking, and at this point, I'm in that zone where you get in that mindset where you're like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm almost delirious because I have to pee so bad, and I have this tea, and it's so hot, dude. It's just burning my fingers holding this tea.
Did they give you the double cup?
No, they didn't give me the sleeve.
Oh,
no sleeve, no double cup. I got a hot tea. no bathroom. This is the worst Starbucks of all time. So I leave the Starbucks. I'm walking around. I'm delirious. I'm confused. I don't know where I am. And at that point, it almost felt like I didn't live in New York. New York has this magical thing where if you don't know where you are and you're in trouble, you're like, you might as well be a tourist. Like, I'm like walking up to people on the street being like, do you know where anything is? Please help me. I'm lost and I want to go home. Like, it's so intense. And so I end up Googling a different Starbucks because I'm
Really
like,
rolling the dice.
I'm like, maybe that was just a fluke. So I look up, I get to Broadway and the train's at 78th. I'm at 81st. I look up Starbucks. The closest Starbucks is on 86th. So I have to walk away from the train up Broadway to find a different Starbucks. And I had a quick moment, Alex, where I was standing in front of in front of Broadway and I could see the train because it's only like 2 blocks down. I could see it. And I'm holding the T and I was like, I think I can make it. Like, I think I can go home. I can do this. I was like, it's only like 45 minutes. I could do it. And so I started to walk towards the subway and I got halfway across the crosswalk and I was like, I'm going to pee my pants if I don't go. Like, I'm going to wet myself on the train. So I was like, turn back. I started speed walking to the Starbucks. I can't run because I'm holding a giant tea that's going to scald my hand if I run. So I'm like speed walking like Kramer when he has too many lattes. Remember that? Like that super fast walk. I'm doing that. I get into the Starbucks and I go, for a second there, I look and I see that there's a bathroom and I'm like, oh, thank God. So I get into line. Like,
Without the code?
No, I get into line for the register.
Oh.
And I go, okay, I'll just buy something else. I'm about to buy a second tea. I'm holding a tea. I got a Starbucks tea. I'm about to buy a second one. So eventually I just go, what the fuck am I doing? I'm holding Starbucks. I'm in a Starbucks. And I just look at the person, you know, the like pastry like counter thing where you're like, whatever.
The
I
little
see
rounded
a guy,
thing.
and he's like making a bagel and he's just there. And I go, hey man, what's the bathroom code? And he just looks at me and he looks at my Starbucks and he goes, you know, it's 4581 or whatever. Cause he realized he was like, this guy has to use the bathroom, but he has the drink already. So like, you know, no funny business.
Yeah.
And got in there. And boy, if that wasn't the best pee of my life, I don't know what is. That was cool. It was close, dude. It was the first time in my life where I was like, in my adult life, where I was like, this could be trouble. Like if I had decided
this might be a situation.
Well, it was one of the times where I was like, I almost went on the train. Like I almost just went home because when you, like I described, like when you're in an unfamiliar part of Manhattan, you're just like, I just want to go home. You turn into Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. You're like, just take me home. So if I would have did that, I think it would have been bad. Like I would have had to like get off somewhere else. It would have been a real problem.
No, you did the right thing. Why didn't you go with the natural at the museum?
Because well, that's a whole other thing. I didn't even tell you this. I can't get into it. We don't have time for that.
Just 5 minutes.
5 minutes. So the 5-minute version is we didn't actually go to the museum because they had a special shark exhibit, and my girlfriend loves sharks, and they're doing this special shark exhibit, right? So I was like, let's go and see the shark exhibit. She's been dying to see it. So I was like, let's go on Sunday. I'm off work. You're off work. It'd be great. We'll have a nice day. We never go up to that part of Manhattan. It's not like I'm going to have to use the bathroom in an unknown area. You know, it's going to be great. So we go there. You got to reserve a time to go to the museum nowadays because of COVID or whatever. I don't know. We get in there. Turns out the shark exhibit, you had to buy tickets in advance for, but I couldn't figure it out on the website. So the shark thing was sold out. And then Becca was like, I only want to see the shark thing. I don't want to see the rest of the museum. I don't care about the dinosaurs. So I was like, so we just didn't end up going. We just didn't go into the museum. So I didn't get the chance to use the bathroom.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So you go all the way up to the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
Full of 64 ounces of H2O.
Yep.
It's raining.
It's like drizzling.
It's drizzling.
Yeah,
You go to the Upper West Side. You go to the museum, but you don't go in
because it's sold out.
because it's sold out.
I could
You'll-
get into it. I have like a 20-minute thing about the tickets, but I literally don't have time to get into it because it was crazy. It was really frustrating. And we had to wait in line in the museum to get
just to
the-
find out.
Just to find out. We had to wait like 30 minutes. It was so packed, even though we had reservations. Oh, it's a whole thing. I can't get into it.
Brutal. And then you decide to disband.
We
Becca
don't go.
leaves.
She goes home.
She goes home. Okay. So you're just out here. You're museumless and full of piss. Is that what I'm hearing?
In an unknown part of Manhattan.
Yeah.
I'm
on the Upper West
scared,
Side.
I'm alone. I have to pee. I didn't get to see the sharks. It was tough. It was a
Sounds
tough
like a great Sunday.
It was wild, bro. It was one of
Jesus.
those. It was one of those. Like, it felt like a classic New York story that I feel like I used to experience a lot more before the pandemic. But it
When you
feels
would-
like those
yeah.
stories are coming back because I'm doing more stuff.
Because you're
like
going
that.
out now. Yeah. And so the risk of shit going sideways is increasing because your engagement is also increasing.
Yes, my engagement with this kooky town I live in.
It's like a line graph where they're both going up.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff, but the risk is also going up. So yeah, I texted Alex on Sunday and I was like, bro, I got a fucking story for you. I texted you that while I was peeing because I was like, this is too crazy.
That would have given me the Sunday scaries.
It was tough.
that would have just been like, you know what, today's chalked and now I'm just gonna go home and like anxiously await Monday.
That's basically what I did. That's basically what I did.
Oh, hey, you know what? At least you didn't at least you didn't end up spending a whole $9 on tea that you probably didn't even drink just to go pee.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you drink that tea?
I drank that other tea. Yeah.
Wow.
Subway
Good for
ride
you.
home. I was
Good for
drinking
you.
tea. Yeah.
I would have tossed it.
Why?
Too hot. I can't be holding hot stuff like that.
Well, it was cold out that day. It was like 43 degrees out.
I forget that it's cold there still. I forget it was
Yeah.
it was like 75 today. It was beautiful.
No, it was like 43 degrees out that Sunday. It was like, and that
Got
was the other thing. When it's cold out, it makes you have to pee even more. I don't know why.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Jesus. Yeah. New York, but there's really no good solution because in Paris, they got bathrooms and urinals all over the city. That does not make things better.
I thought for sure you were going to say it makes things better.
No. Because it just smells like piss everywhere.
Yeah.
You've got like urinals, like you can just like walk up. It's like a trough. You just walk up and piss what looks like you're pissing on a wall.
Like outside?
Yes.
That's no good.
That's what I'm saying. There's no
bad
good
vibes.
solution for the
No.
bladder.
No.
Go home.
Yeah, you just gotta go home. That's kind of what it was. That was the vibe I had. I was like, but it was like the classic. That was Sunday, and Thursday I meet my filmmaking hero. So 4 days before that, I have the best night in New York in my life. I'm texting you, being like, you gotta love New York. There's nothing like this city.
It's
Then on
true.
Sunday, I'm stranded on the Upper West Side with a giant T that I don't want, trying to find a bathroom. It's the yin and the yang. It balances you. You know, you can't have it. It can't all be good. You need those stories.
New York giveth and New York taketh away.
Yeah, dude. Well, I used to have a theory because whenever I'd go on vacation, I think this is true. Whenever you leave town, and especially if you like have fun, like if you like when I went to like Newport last May, my
Mhm.
first vacation of the summer, whenever you come back to the city, when you first get back, something always happens. That's
Like wrong.
Yeah, like welcome back, bitch. Like, yeah.
See, and I think ultimately that's where I went wrong in my New York experience. I did not leave New York City for the whole like 2 years that I was there. I did not
Yeah.
leave.
You got to get out of town. You got to travel.
You got to leave like once a quarter, every couple 3 months. You know, just get out of there.
I mean, I'm going into year 8 now here, and that's my vibe. I leave the city. If I don't leave, like within, if I like, before I had gone out of town, just a Beacon, which is in upstate New York. I had been in New York since December, and it was January, February. It was 3 months, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was starting to feel it. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. You know, I spent like the whole winter there. It was
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
But you're getting out.
and I'm leaving in May. I'm going to Boston in May, so I got like another month, and then I'm gonna be in Boston, and then it's summer, and then I'm never here.
Yeah, you're gonna be gone.
I'm at the beach wearing my bathing suit and a fucking Tommy Bahama t-shirt.
Buttoned halfway down, bro.
Buttoned halfway down
with a little peach tranquility iced tea.
Peach tranquility, but it's iced tea.
Yeah.
This time it's iced. Oh man, a fucking virgin pina colada. That was the bit we always did.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
Always with the virgin pina colada. But yeah, well, we didn't even talk about me meeting Paul Thomas Anderson. You texted me on Thursday. You're like, "That's the whole episode. We're not talking about anything else."
You know what's funny is I went to go write down agenda notes, and the only thing I put was Casey's story.
The P story. That was the only thing.
Because I forgot about PTA. Well, I forgot that we were going to talk about it.
And it's funny because I haven't even told you about it. You were like, "Don't tell me anything. I don't want to hear about it. Like, it's crazy, whatever." And I was like, "Got it." And so then I just didn't tell you about it. And then we didn't talk about it on the podcast.
Well, this segues nicely because for the outros, we're going to start plugging like new topics that we're going to talk about in the upcoming week. Okay. So next week, we're talking Oscars, right? Is that right? Because the Oscars are on Sunday.
Yeah, that was my plan. Only if you want. Are you gonna be able to watch it?
Come on, what am I doing?
So we're always doing something.
I'm always doing nothing. So we'll do. So we'll do Oscars, and then we'll kick it off with your PTA story, and you kind of going through that whole thing. I mean, you saw Ben Safdie, was the whole thing.
I met Benny Safdie.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm so
and
jealous.
I'm interviewing David Pryor tomorrow, a Hollywood filmmaker, which I'm going to release as a bonus, by the way, folks. I'm interviewing a Hollywood filmmaker. It's a whole thing. I'm going to release that as a bonus on the feed. So whenever that happens, I'll keep you guys updated. If the interview goes well, if I say the N-word and pass out or whatever, then I'm obviously not going to do that. But, if it goes well.
Yeah, 100%. No. Yeah, looking forward to that. It's going to be a big movie episode next week.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like those will go nicely. We'll talk about me meeting PTA, and then we'll talk about the Oscars. Love it. All right, you want to plug in with the plugs? By the way, for the record, folks, that was a riff. I don't just casually say the N-word. It was me being over the top or saying it was
something's going to go terribly wrong.
Yeah. Never said that word. I was just making a joke. Everybody relax. Sorry. I just had to say that because I was out of context, that could look bad. So
yeah.
I'll probably keep it. But
the plugs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Email us. This is the show 69@gmail.com. If you are a new listener, reach out to us. Text us some topics you want us to talk about. Ask me for my social security number. I'll give it to you. I'll put it out there. This is the show podcast on YouTube. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, share it with a friend, send it. It's on Spotify. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Love that.
This is the show podcast on Instagram, where we post clips. This is the show podcast on TikTok. We got 102 followers. We got new clips every week. We've posted 3 clips in a row for 3 weeks. We had 2 clips the week before, 1 clip last week. We got a clip coming this week. Follow us on TikTok. Big clips. And then this is the show 69 on Twitter. And you can follow me at Casey McGowan with 2 on Instagram and Twitter. Where can they follow you, Alex?
You can follow me Instagram, Twitter at Alaska, AALASKAA. I'm always on there talking about art, esports. Come hang out with us. And with that, episode 49 in the books. Thanks so much for spending your Friday with us. We love catching up with you. Hopefully kickstarting the weekend vibes. Hang out, chill, unplug, disconnect from work. I'm one of your hosts. Put on the tiny tees and the big pants and tiny tees.
Put on those big pants and tiny tees, folks.
As always, I'm one of your hosts, Alex Webb.
Casey McGowan.
And we'll see you later. We love you.
We love you.
Nice.